Hello, Leos. Welcome, pussycats. Sorry, I have a bit of frog apparently. I didn't know I did. I started talking. All right, Leos, welcome to your weekly reading with me, Cindy. This is the week of the deeper spiritual message. So we're going to dive right into it. I'm going to use mini oracle decks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Four different oracle decks to get your message, and then I will go into a tarot deck if need be. I kind of have needed to while I was doing the other readings, and it takes me a little bit to get to the actual reading part. So I have been asking if there is someone who comes to the video and is kind enough to put in the comments a little timestamp for when I actually start the reading. I will heart it and pin it for you. Because yeah, once I get the cards down, it takes me a while to look at them all and kind of start to get your reading. So let's get started. We'll start calling and asking for cards. So we got 2 cards that come out for you so far. I'll show you as we go. Okay, so you have the first one you have here is horse. Then you have firefly. Oh, the lighting is odd on this today. I don't know. I'm still working on the lighting in this room, but it's always changing depending on the cloud coverage and everything. Yeah, so, okay. So I'm doing more decks. So, pussycats, what do you think your deeper spiritual message is? You have horse and firefly so far. Earth and air energy. Deeper messages for Leo. Deeper spiritual messages for Leo. And you've got 2 more. You're working on 2s right now. Ooh. Ooh, wow. The curse. And the spiral. There's more to come. Those 2 cards are from the Shaman Oracle deck. The other first 2 were from the Unknown Animal Spirit deck. And then this one is, the deck I'm doing now is just the Animal Spirit deck. So deeper spiritual messages for Leo. Deeper spiritual messages for Leo. Oh, I wanted to come out. All right, you have Dove Spirit, be peace. Moth Spirit, surrender now. Groundhog Spirit, time to let go. That's interesting, that came out with the surrender now. All right, and the last oracle deck is Elki, she who. So she who what for you? Let's see. These are really action-based cards. These ones that I'm shuffling. She who, final message for Leo. Message for Leo. She who, and you got 1. Oh, interesting. She who yearns, desire, yearn, longing, and pine for. This card came out in Aquarius's reading, but your message looks very different. Okay, so give me a second. I gotta look at the cards and pull in what this message is here, and then we'll expand on it as I start bringing it through. Like I said, if someone was kind enough to put a little timestamp, you can go and click on that and go right into when I start reading. Interesting. It's a really interesting message, actually, Leo. I'm going to get myself comfortable in my chair here. So I'm going to hold up the cards as I go, but it's like a full message that comes through. I can't hold them all up at once. But with the horse and the firefly, the horses to me is this wild, sort of untamed, powerful energy. It runs with the wind, it works with the wind, it works with its environment. It's, even though it's a very grounded energy, it's very powerful, forceful energy. It can be explosive at times if it needs to be. And getting this with the firefly, this is sort of feeling yourself out, understanding your new expansion, almost as if you've come into a new cycle. And you feel, I feel like you were, the cycle you were in before, or maybe you were in between cycles. It was like a pause moment and things weren't happening, but now you can feel it. And there's all this excitement and energy and desire to push through, like with this horse energy, but it's almost as if you're being reminded you're still the firefly here. You're still the firefly in this new chapter in your life, in whatever's going on. Don't push yourself too hard. Just sort of learn how to glow and shine your light again in this new energy, in this new circumstance or situation. Just allow yourself to be new in this. Like it's almost like you have all that energy, that Leo, that, you know. And I get, like, Leo can be like a lot like a lion. Like, you know, you have that rest period and you're resting, you're sleeping, and then you take action, and boy, you are very active when you take action. So this isn't the time to do that. This is not the time to do that. And this is also not the time to speak out. There might be something that you want to say to someone, or something that you want to convey, but I'm being told this is not the time. The time is coming. It's definitely coming, but not while you're in this energy, not while you're this firefly energy, learning to kind of glow this new light you have for yourself at this time. Quiet, don't say anything. This is, it's learning how to, yeah, like as if there's been so many analogies to rebirth and birthing and cycles and chapters and lives. Obviously, a lot of people are going through big changes, and this is kind of that energy where, you know, if you're a little baby and you've been crawling and then you stand up, it's, you know, you have that, babies can crawl really fast, like they can move, man. You find that out as a parent, like, oh, I need gates. Like, this kid can move, right? So you've got to get the gate. But so then you're standing up and like, whoa, you want to be able to move like you did when you were crawling, because you could crawl fast, baby, you could move. But now you're standing up and you need some time here. You need some time to get your balance. You cannot take off like you did when you were crawling. If that makes sense, does that kind of give you a perspective here? So now is not the time. There's something that you want to say, I feel like, to someone. It feels like to someone, or perhaps a group of people, but specifically to a person. And with the spiral, I feel as if the universe is directing you towards when it is the right time to say what it is that you want. You know, the curse too, I always get this with the curse, because that is sort of a term that's used for the female menstruation cycle, the curse. It's not talked about, but it's probably one of the most important aspects of humanity and existence. Like, without it, none of us would be here. So there's something really important. It's really important, I feel like, that you need to say or speak out about, but it's just not quite the right time. It's coming. And, you know, it almost feels like it's something that hasn't been said. It's a bit of that stigma for whatever reason, like, you know, talking about the female cycle. It's, you know, we don't talk about that in mixed company. I mean, it's changing now, but you know, yeah, you didn't talk about that stuff. So it's kind of like that, like you just don't talk about this. It's something that maybe you've never talked about before. And yeah, so that's interesting. It's kind of, yeah, I feel like it's more like something that you've not talked about before or expressed before. And It's finding the right way to do it. It's not, you're not quite there. You're not quite there with this firefly energy. You have all this momentum behind you, like this crawling baby, but now you're standing up and you can't move so fast, right? So mommy can leave the gates open because it's like, ah, you're just gonna fall down, aren't you? But, you know how fast you go from a baby or child or toddler will go from standing and getting their balance to all of a sudden, boom, going. So this is coming. It's coming. It will be the right time for you to say what this is, because I really feel like with the spiral, the universe is bringing you there. You're going there. You're sort of in the flow. You finally moved yourself into the flow. You're moving down the river towards all things that feel like they are for you. So you're going down there, but don't say whatever this is yet. Don't say it yet. And I wonder, like, because this message, I don't really put dates. You can see when the video is published, but I don't really date it because I feel like these can be specific to people just depending on when they happen to find the video, right? And interesting side note, like some of these ones that I'm doing right now that I've already done this week, there's a friend of mine who's out in, I believe it's Alberta, and I just did the Aries reading, and man, it was like a personal reading for her, and she emailed me and I was shocked, like what was going on. It was incredible. So this literally happened the day of or the day after I put that video out. And then my moon is in Taurus, and the Taurus video, it came out this morning, but I recorded it yesterday. As I do, I record them the day before and then schedule them to come out. And I was like, that was a great reading for that. And then I lived it. I literally was like, oh my God, that was all about my moon in Taurus. Like it really, this was a grounded part of me that I wasn't aware of was happening. And it's like, wow. But so saying that just from personal experience and from someone else who's connected to, that I know of that connected to these readings, this feels very present. You know, whatever this is that you really feel like you need to say or you need to speak out about that hasn't been spoken, or is something you've never said or expressed before, the time is coming, and it's coming quickly. From what I'm getting from some of these readings, like they're really like in the moment right now. So don't, if you're just like, no, I need to say this, it's gone too long without saying it or whatever it is, another week is fine. It's okay. Like I don't feel like it's like, no, you won't be able to say that or speak about that for months on end. It doesn't feel like that. This feels very present. These videos coming out this week feel like they are really like right here, right now. So you're moving there. You're moving towards that energy. Give it a week. Just give it a week maybe. Maybe it's less time for you. Maybe by the weekend it's time to speak out about this, whatever it is. Because now this is why. The spiral is moving you. There's still some stuff that you need to let go of. Okay, we have be peace. And this is because I feel that you are moving more into an energy like this. I feel like as you're standing up as that little baby, you know, you were crawling so quick, but now you're standing up and there's a bit of a delay in getting yourself around here and moving forward because you're getting your footing again. You're kind of getting regrounded in what's going on around you. You know, you have this. You're going to utilize this again. You will be this wild stallion or mare that runs across the plains with, you know, with unlimited amounts of energy and vigor. It's there, but it's coming. It's going to be in a different form from what you're used to. It's going to be in a very different form. This can move just as fast, if not faster, than that horse on the plain. Particularly if the wind is going in the right direction and that dove is utilizing the wind to its advantage, right? So you are about to move into a much more peaceful energy about yourself, a much more peaceful cycle, a much more in tune, balanced, harmonious cycle with yourself and all the energy around you. That's when this is really the time, and it won't even be difficult. If this was something that, you know, I've never talked about this, I've never said this before, whatever it is, and it almost feels like that curse, like this is unspoken, this is, the time to speak it is coming, and it's going to be so easy. Like right now, it feels as if, I feel like the universe is saying, it just wouldn't happen right. It wouldn't happen right. It wouldn't be taken in the proper context. You wouldn't deliver it in the proper context, whatever this is that you want to say. So just just allow this new energy of who you are and where you are now in life to kind of surround you, envelop you in this feeling of peace. Because it's time to let go and it's surrender now. There's something. There is something here that you need to let go of. And you don't, it's interesting. You don't know what it is. Stuff can hit you like when you really least expect it. That's what happened to me today. And then a whole Taurus, if you have Taurus in anything, I would go see that video. Because it was like, wow. So I was doing my exercises this morning and I was stretching and I was laying on the floor and I wasn't quite meditation. I was just letting my mind go. And all of a sudden thoughts that I had as a 16-year-old girl about a family member who had passed away in a very tragic way, it all came back. And all of a sudden I got this deep perspective on the event. And I had so much forgiveness and release, and I didn't realize I'd been carrying that. Like, I didn't realize I'd been carrying that. And I realized, oh my gosh, like, I don't need to forgive that person for them. I need to do it for me. And then it was just like, it was very emotional. And I feel like there's something, because I can just hear somebody saying, I'm good, I've released everything. And maybe, there's always something. You can go back to like, how old am I now? Over 30 years ago. I was like, oh my God. It's just, and I think that's kind of the stuff that's coming out right now when you're having a new cycle, when you're rebirthing into a new chapter in your life. If it's a good chapter, it's going to be a good chapter and there's good stuff there. For it to really flow like that, little things like that, might come up when you're not expecting it. You're in a moment of quiet reflection. You're kind of just breathing deeply and then all of a sudden it starts coming up to the surface. And let it come. It's been sitting there for 30 years. It needed to come out. There was a lot of other stuff that is going on for me right now that likely helped to trigger it, but it's like a release of needing to get rid of this. And I feel like that for you, it's time to let go. Surrender now to releasing whatever this is. And it might be some sort of forgiveness. I say that just because why did this story come into my head? Why did that happen to me today, Leo? I don't know. So look at how this little groundhog is holding the heart. This is my release was someone that I had so much love for and felt sort of abandoned by their death. So I didn't realize that I thought I had, but I really hadn't forgiven them because I didn't have an adult perspective on the situation as I do now. So it changed. Yeah, it was something else, let me tell you. So I feel like that for you. Don't speak it yet. Something needs to come out. You need to release like one more thing. It might even be little. Like it might even be very little. Something small. It's time to let that go because it is from the past. It's energy that's sitting inside you. One of the energy oracle deck that I have, it has a broken heart. And I feel like, this is great for everybody. We're all going to get it. Like, if you're really young and you're watching this, I hate to tell you, but maybe you'll be really lucky. I don't know. Yeah, it's going to happen in life. But, it's all about learning. And a lot of times it's just perspective and understanding. Where the heck is it? It's going to be right near the bottom. Okay. And it's expectations too. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out how to. Certain people, I think anyways. Okay. So the broken heart, this broken heart, you look at all the scars on here. And I've always felt like, if something breaks your heart, there's some sort of pain that you've gone through. It is like a cut. It feels like that. It hurts. And over time it heals, but that scar is there. That scar is still there. And I always felt that with this person that had been in my life and had passed away. And but I didn't realize that it's okay to have the scar, but the energy of that initial cut needed to be released. And that's kind of it, because yeah, you know, all the wrinkles and the gray hair and it comes with having survived up to this point. It's proof that you're living, you know. And I know I don't get a lot. I get the odd person. It's like, why don't you color your hair, Cindy? You look great if you color your hair. You know what? Why? Why would I want to hide the fact that I've made it to this point, right? Like, why would you want to hide the fact that you've made it to this point, that you've survived some shit? Really? Because I've lost a few friends that haven't made it to this age, and I'm sure a lot of you have. So they would probably be happy to be here with gray hair and wrinkles. But it's the energy of the scar. That's what needs to go. The scar is okay. It's proof. It's proof in the pudding, baby, that you've done it and you've made it up to this point. And that you've learned some good stuff along the way. No, sometimes it's painful, but it's the energy. You know, I really realize that it's the energy that sits with that scar that becomes heavy. And that needs to be released, because you're going into a really amazing new chapter in your life, very high vibrational energy, and you can't quite enter, you can't quite go down into that final little portal through this spiral until those old heavier energies have been released. And how that's released for each one of you is going to be different. Again, I said it was a level of forgiveness, understanding, and comprehension that I did not have at an earlier point in my life, but I do at this point. And recognizing it and realizing, oh, it's for me. The actual forgiveness is for me. Almost forgiving myself too, right? So it's interesting, because the time to let go and surrender now are really staring at me here for you. There's something to let go of and yearns. There's something I feel you're yearning for, obviously. She who yearns. I want to pull a tarot on that. I feel like somehow it's connected to this. Something that you need to speak out about. Something that you yearn for. It's there. And I get the feeling too that this is heavy on your heart, what needs to be spoken. That this is heavy on your heart, what needs to be spoken. It will be. The time will be right. Spirit wants the time to be right for you. The energy around this to be right. So let's go into the tarot. I'm going to go right to the yearn. Longing, pine for. Yeah, it's coming in. Look at that. So look at all the, I don't know. I guess you could say they're seagulls. I think they're doves. I say they're doves in the picture here. All of these. And I feel you yearn for whatever this is. There's some part of this cycle that's coming in for you that is connected to this unspoken something for you. And be peace, right? It's as if you can see it and you can feel it, that the time is coming. It's so close. You just want to do this. But look, you can see them coming in on the horizon. And that's why I feel like, you know, whatever this is that maybe you want to say to somebody or speak out about, it's not quite the right time. It's so close. Like you can see it on the horizon, and it will be. I think I said that earlier on how the other readings were going for this week. But it's very much right there. Like you can see it coming in. So don't jump the gun, because I feel like this has been divine timing for you for whatever this is up to this point. And I don't think Spirit would let you do it. I think things would happen, like if you woke up that one day and the energy wasn't quite right yet, and you're like, no, I'm going to talk to this person about this, or I'm going to speak about whatever it is. Whatever it is, the person either wouldn't be there that day, there'd be interruption, it just wouldn't happen. It's because it's something divinely guided for you. And it's on the horizon. It's like, no. Your guardian angels are like, you know, do you have any idea how hard we've worked on this? You're not going to do this yet. You're not going to do it yet. Oh my gosh. Wow. You got a lot to say, Leo. This is about the yearning. Oh, you have a lot to say. You do have a lot to say. Oh, my pussycats. Okay, well, you have lust. Okay. Yeah, and she's riding the lion. Came out wrong. Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups. So, romantic gestures too. Wow. The person or the situation, well, I don't know. You want to say something to somebody. You're yearning, longing, pining. Don't say it yet. But there's lust, there's love. And there's an offer in stability and growth and future. Like it's, wow, pretty interesting. That is a lot. That's a lot to be carrying. Like there's passion, there's desire, lust, romantic feelings, growing, I want to say like some sort of loving connection that almost feels like it feeds itself on you. You can't control it. And then the Prince of Pentacles, it's plotting ahead. There's nothing is stopping this. Almost, you know, it feels a little bit like you with this energy, but this is, you know, very stable, which is nice to see, because the two of these, if something else had come in, like the Devil card, like, ooh, I don't know, you might be just, you know, over romanticizing the situation. You just, you know, your pants are on fire and you're just pretending your heart is too. But there is very, very, very stable energy coming in with this. And what is he carrying back there? Is it some sort of fruit, or is it a whole bunch of like golden eggs? Wow, that would be kind of interesting. A whole bunch of golden eggs. And the golden globe. Do you see that? What are these? At first, when I first saw them, like from a distance without my glasses on, I thought they were little yellow chicks, like little baby chickens. But no, when I put my glasses on, I thought, oh no, is that a fruit? But now I feel like it's almost like a golden egg. It's a basket of golden eggs. Well, aren't you something? My goodness, you do have a lot to say about this yearning, longing, this pining for. Both of these energies are holding up, you know, this cup, this chalice of whatever it is. And this one is shaped like a heart, no? Like as much passion and desire as there is there. It's also heart-based. It's like a connection. I think this is beautiful, and this is a masculine depiction and a feminine predict. Now I can't even say it. Oh gosh, yeah, no. You know when you've lost it and it's like it's every other pronunciation but what you know it is. Depiction, that's it, depiction. So you had to release it and it came back on its own. So it's, yeah, masculine, feminine depiction here. That's really beautiful, Leo. I think it's so beautiful how you're bringing in this passion, this desire, as well as this wanting to be romantic about it, like with the Knight of Cups, and wanting to offer love as well, and feelings or emotions. And this basket of golden eggs. Because with the Prince of Pentacles, to me, it's almost like this is for you. And perhaps whoever you're offering it to. This is a very solid, this is a very solid offer. This isn't like, you know, I'm being a player, any sort of energy like that. This is building a future. This is abundance and opportunities, like real, three-dimensional, absolutely, this is real. This isn't the 5D shit. This is in the present. This is the now that you see with whoever this is, that it offers, you offer, excuse me, oh my gosh, all that water in the straw. You offer, you come in with this offer, and you feel as if bringing your energies together produces like this basket of golden eggs. There's so many opportunities here with this. There's so much room for growth and expansion and just, you know, fruitfulness, like just always abundance. Really kind of nice. Very, very nice. So what do you need to let go of? Let's get into the shit, the shitty part. What do you need to let go of, Leo? What does Leo need to let go of? What does Leo need to let go of? Oh, well, that's interesting. Okay, give me a second here. The Queen of Wands. Oh, now I know. Okay, I got it. I got it. I got it. Okay. This is your old self is what you need to let go of. There's something harboring in there, right? Because there's that part of that energy. You're going to be able to utilize this again, but it's like I said, in a different form. This dove spirit, this much more gentle, fluttery. Yeah, energy. Yeah, because look at, too, you can even see the, you can even look at these and say this is about the transformation of taming the beast within you. And, you know, and riding that horse, but with the wings of the dove. Yeah, right? Like it's there too. It's in there as well. Oh yeah, because look, and she's holding a cheetah. Well, she's not holding a cheetah. She's patting a cheetah, which is a very fast, very, very fast, dynamic energy. She's got on her chest, it is. That's interesting. I'm just looking at the symbols here. I'm just confirming because I'm trying to figure out why that would be there. But there is. I'm like, this is the Pisces symbol. Why does she have that on her chest? That's interesting. It's almost like intuition through your heart chakra. Intuition. You need to release where once you would have moved so quickly. You would have moved so quickly, Leo. Because now you're moving towards an energy where you're functioning so much more on your intuition, but it's connected with your heart chakra. That's really beautiful. So there might be something in your heart chakra that's blocking you from fully pulling in this new energy of yourself, this new cycle of who you are. And I gotta be honest, I don't know how to tell you to find it because I didn't know mine was coming. I was like, heck, I did not expect that. Yeah. Yeah, really releasing that. You know, and when I looked at it, because I think, okay, the Queen of Wands is like Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Very much Leo in this card. We have the two cats. There's another, looks like a leopard to me up here. And then we have the cheetah. And again, we have the Pisces. Like, it's not a typical deck, something, and it's not a typical message. And that really is how it came through. The cheetah is so fast, taming it, holding it, patting it, keeping it calm. And focusing more on yourself, on your energy, on what's inside. Is there a scar on your heart that has an energy around it that needs to be released somehow? Because yeah, right? Because he's holding a heart. This little groundhog guy is holding a heart. If I can get any information about when you can say what you want to say, because it seems like there's a lot to say. Let's see what comes out in the tarot. It's going to be very oops. Well, the Two of Wands. This is a heavy Aries card in this deck. The Two of Wands. Maybe it's an Aries that you want to speak to. But what I'm getting from it is you will feel very much, Yeah, you're going to know when is the right time to say this. It'll just be you and this person. It really feels like it's you and a person. And a lot of times there's a lot of other energies around you. They're in the background here. These flames are in the background. This is you and this person. And you will feel very empowered for whatever reason. Like very emperor-like. Very grounded. It will be easy to say. You'll just know. It's going to be, it's just going to be easy. It's like the timing could not be more perfect. And you're going to say, you light up my pants and you light up my heart. I don't know. Don't say it like, you can say it like that. But I bring and offer you a basket of golden eggs. That's cute. Okay. That's your reading. That's interesting. I love it. All right. Oh yeah, singing bowl. You guys need a singing bowl to cast out those old energies. Maybe that's why stuff is coming up for me. I'm doing this over and over again this week with the singing bowl for you guys. There we go. Thank you, Leo. Oh, look at how the sun is shining now. Thank you for the sunshine. Until next time, guys, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.